Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna check all of our systems, make sure we're live on the page. I see us, so that's good enough. We have just concluded the 2022 deer contest. It was a record-breaking year as usual. I'm Ben Harrison. If you didn't know, we also have Lance DeJong and Dan Nath with us. Before we get started, I wanted to give a couple shout outs. First shout out, I want to give it to Dan Nath. He worked his tail off, keeping everything straight throughout the entire season. Never asked for any help throughout the entire deer season. And he entered over 98,000 inches of antlers. So, huge hand to Dan Nath. Thank you very much. You're a ringer. We could not do this
just
without
proud to
you.
be here, buddy.
We couldn't do it without you, man. You're part of an awesome team, and you've become a huge corner of this foundation that we have. Next, I want to give a shout out to D.A. Porter. He's not on here right now, but D.A. jumped in and helped a bunch when I was out of pocket throughout most of the deer contest, at least to the heart of it through October and November. So I want to give a shout out to D.A. Porter. Appreciate him. Appreciate all his help. We have an awesome Facebook mod team. As you guys know, the Facebook group can get pretty wild, as Facebook can get wild in general. And we have an excellent team that's headed up by Matt Powell. Alan Bullard does a great job when he has access to Facebook. James Meisner does a good job with it. I'm going to miss some names here, guys, but Rebecca, she joined the team and has helped out a bunch. We have so many awesome things going. But before I take advantage of any of Lance's topics, Lance, you have a couple things you want to tell everybody about?
Yeah. So those that don't know, this is, correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, but I think this is my third year helping out with the league. Before this year was heavily involved in managing all of the scoreboard posts, getting the weekly update sent out to everybody, because we all like the King of Tines and the team scoreboard updates throughout the season. And then at the beginning of this year, or really the end of 2022, Ben came and said, "Hey, we need some people to start managing our social media a little bit differently." So if you've noticed this huge swing in what Bow Hunting League is doing, there's an amazing team I'm proud to be a part of, and all of the credit goes to everybody else besides me on the team. We've got Jordan Hendricks, Rachel McGinley, and Rebecca. And Rebecca, I'm not even going to try and say your last name because I always slaughter it when I try and pronounce it. But that group of individuals has really just taken ownership of all of our social media platforms. Go Wild, Facebook, Instagram, and we're trying to capitalize on all of the amazing media that you members of the league are providing us. You're sending us the pictures of your harvests. Some of you guys are taking video of your hunts, and we're really just turning this into not only a fun group, but a fun page, a fun environment for bow hunters to just be surrounded by all of the content and cheering each other on and forwarding the sport. So there's some big things coming in social media. I know that there's a group that is working towards making more video content and launching that YouTube channel so that we have another avenue of enjoying the outdoors when the season's not open. And then all of the top buck posts where we've got a bunch of other stuff that will be coming through the pipes in the off season that will be sharing successful harvests, first time, success stories, and really just creating an all things bow hunting environment. So Stay tuned. There's some awesome stuff coming for the Bow Hunting League on the social media side of things. And it's really opening up the whole environment. I'm not going to spoil any of your fun, Ben, but what we're doing now is laying the groundwork for the growth of the league moving forward. And I've been privy to some of the information that's coming down the pipes, and you're going to want to be a part of this thing going forward, because it's turning into something way bigger than anybody that originally was in it thought it could be. And it's just a really cool group to be a part of. And I'm proud to be part of this team, Ben.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you, Lance. We have, like I said, we have some amazing team members moving forward now. We basically set them all these groups up out of necessity. We saw that we were kind of, coming shorthanded on a few items that we could, really be capitalizing on, and everything positive, something more positive, and that's what we're seeing with all of our team members and our teams within the Bow Hunting League. So, without further ado, Dan Nath has a late season bow hunt with Southern Ohio Outfitters. Dan, did you have that ready to draw?
I sure do. Yeah, first of all, I want to give a big shout out to Dave Lusk at Southern Ohio Outfitters for reaching out and offering up this hunt. I had the opportunity to hunt there last season. Just a phenomenal place to be. His guides are fantastic. I mean, they have beautiful land. Couldn't have had a better time out there. Just the atmosphere was fantastic. Just to give a little information, it is a late season hunt for 2024, January 26th through the 28th. Be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll arrive on a Thursday. I believe it's after 4 p.m. usually, and then depart January 29th, that Monday morning. Lodging, guide, and transport's included. You must purchase your tag and license and provide your own food. Other than that, you have a very good chance. Late season there is phenomenal, as all seasons are. I really, you guys should check them out if you're looking at, going to Ohio and doing an outfitted hunt. Other than that, I mean, they have a 130-inch minimum, unless the buck is a known mature buck, which your guides will talk to you about, and they'll show you pictures of what's in the area. So without further ado, let's give that hunt away to somebody. So I put everybody's name in from Instagram and as well as Facebook. Let's get this video flipped around. So here's the wheel. We're gonna shuffle it up a couple times. Make sure all the names get good and shuffled. 265 entries, and whoever pops up here after the spin will be going on a hunt. Here we go. Good luck, everyone.
Not too bad of odds for somebody to win a hunt like that.
There you go. You got Mac Youngblood from Instagram. So we're going to have to jump on and see who that is.
All right. We'll write his name down. We'll get him put down there. Mac Youngblood, congrats, man. Appreciate you entering.
Yep. And we will we'll reach out to you and get you in touch with Dave.
So we've got a couple more draws. So let's go ahead and start some of these bow drawing. So do you have Oklahoma ready?
I don't know if I have the Oklahoma list ready. I might have to pull that up. I do have the All Bucks.
Okay.
The Matthews V3X.
So Brian Chapman donated he's worked with his partners and the brands that he sells tons of out of his pro shop, Okie Land Bow Hunters. He's in Oklahoma. He's really put us on his back and said, hey, I want to help you guys succeed. He's used all of his resources. He promoted the crap out of us throughout the sign-up period. So how many entries how many guys submitted bucks? Or
so you got a full 757 entries.
Okay. Awesome. So if somebody entered a buck more than one buck, their name's on there more than once, huh?
Yep. Every entry, everything that
awesome.
wasn't counted as a disqualification got entered.
Awesome.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Let's see who's going to take home a new
Who's going
bow.
to win the Fit Matthews Phase 4 from Oakland Bow Hunters? Brian Chapman.
Darren Harrison.
Darren Harrison. No relation. I've got a cousin named Darren, but I ain't him. So we'll make sure. So if you don't mind writing that down, make sure we get that listed. Congrats, Darren.
All right. I'll write that down.
Congrats, man. That's cool. Hey, already how many? So we've had a bow giveaway. We've already gave away a late season Ohio outfitted hunt. Got lodging included with that. What else we got? We got any more drawings on there?
We got some. How about some gear?
Let's do some gear.
Hey, Ben. Sorry to interrupt. I got to step off. Thanks to everybody that made this year's league amazing. You guys are killing it with these giveaways and the award ceremony. So thanks for letting me join, Ben.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Lance. See you.
Thanks, Lance. All right. How about a Scree men's camo set?
All right. So Scree Gear donated a set for men and women. So all the men's entries are entered into this drawing. It's pretty nice of them to do that. So we'll see who's going to win that gear.
737 entries. So let's give it a go. See what we got. Gage Chestnut.
Gage Chestnut. Congrats, Gage. Got a lot of new names. I hadn't recognized anybody that's won anything.
Sure. Yep.
That's cool.
All right. And then we also have a Scree Gear camo set for women. So any of the women's bucks that were entered, which was significantly less. They only got 20 entries on here.
Uh-oh. Somebody's going to win
Shuffle
something.
it a little bit. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Good luck. Oh, look at that. Giant buck slayer herself.
Laura Wood. She cleaned up this year, buddy.
She did, without a doubt. Not only did she kill 196 and 6/8 inch buck, also got a Scree Gear set. So Ben, if you want to take over some other stuff, I'll put that Oklahoma one together, and then we can jump back on that.
All right. Okay. So let's do this. I'm just gonna kind of go down through the list. I'm gonna pull up names and stuff as we go. Sorry if we're not very professional, guys, but we're gonna do our best here. I'm gonna go to. Oh crap! That's a lot of tabs. You need to close all those Chrome ones, except for that. I'm over here closing stuff down. Let's see what we got here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna share this window here. Okay. Hope everybody can see that. So that is that buck right there, the top public land buck that was entered this year. It was from Josh Trollinger. He buck in Kansas. Again, that's public land deer, and that and I don't know his final. It was like 195 and something, right? What was his final score?
Yeah, 190. It was actually, I think, an eighth of an inch short. 196 and 5/8.
Wow, so close. But yeah, Josh killed that buck. It was really, really neat story. He was one of the guys that was down in camp with us, down in Arkansas for the showdown. So we had a really good. Let's see, that was the first thing they gave away. Let me see what Matt. Let's see if Matt's trying to join or not. he just said, "What we're doing, all the giveaway." Let's see.
You let me know if you want me to jump in. I got Oklahoma ready to
You can
rip.
jump in. You can, yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's. So all the Oklahoma bucks that were entered this year getting put into a drawing as well for what kind of bow is that, Ben?
So was this the Oklahoma?
Yep, Oklahoma entry.
So it's the Hoyt flagship aluminum flagship bow from Hoyt.
All righty. So we got 62 entries for that.
Okay. So we had 62 entries for Oklahoma. Huge in Oklahoma this year. They over doubled their amount of entries. So that's awesome.
Oh, look at that. The Slayer
Matt Powell.
himself. The Slayer himself.
That's
Congratulations,
unreal.
Matt.
I'm glad
Well
you did the
deserved,
drawing and
buddy.
not me.
Yeah, well deserved, buddy.
I was trying to get him on here and join.
Yeah,
the first thing
should
he's
get
ever
him on.
won.
I believe it. And for as much as
just so
he
you
gives
guys-
back, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if people realize how much he gives back or tries
Oh
to
my
give back.
gosh, dude. I mean, he's going. I mean, we're both getting in a truck and going all the way out to Iowa. For 3 days to promote the bow hunting league at the Iowa Deer Classic, as well as help Zinger Fletches. So, and that's a public land deer for Matt. So
For sure.
oh, he's heads out, hunts public land all the way out in Oklahoma. So guy loves to hunt. So congrats, Matt. All right, so what's next? Everybody's saying congrats, Matt. He always complaining about not winning anything. I'm texting him right now. How do you want a bow? So now let's go up to top bucks. So I'm gonna hop over. I'm gonna pull this screen. This is so simple, dude. Like I don't ever use any of these tools, so it's kind of crazy that we're. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to go. Whoops. All right, here we go. I think I can just go back and forth. Okay. All right, so let's talk about Laura Woods buck, which she earlier she just won the, and you can see that screen, right?
Yeah, looks
Yeah,
good.
you can see it. So Laura smashes this giant velvet buck like opening weekend of Nebraska season, right? And scores it, and we're like, we can tell it's big, but I think initially it came in. Would she have it at like 190 or upper 180s?
Yeah, I think it was like 189 or something, 187,
yeah, or
something like that. It was a tough buck to score for sure.
And this is a testament to how important official scores are for us guys. Most of us are really good at killing deer, but when you get a deer that's got tons of trash like this deer does, I mean you can just off the bases. I mean, like this buck has got all kinds of stuff kicking off of there, right? So there was probably some mistakes as where she was starting her measurements, and sure enough, she had it scored officially. I think it was it Pope and Young or Boone and Crockett is one of those. She had it scored officially, and he ended up going 196 and 6/8. So
yeah, congratulations on a trophy for sure. I mean, awesome velvet buck.
We've never had a lady kill the biggest buck in the contest. We've had a bunch of them. We got several big deer killers in here, but never one that's top the list. So that's amazing. And what an amazing deer. And then next we've got Bobby Kendall. So he kills this buck, and he's got a really unique platform and thing that they do. They're called the Whitetail Group, and they are really helping a lot of people out as far as developing farms and finding farms for them, and getting these farms primed up, ready to hunt. It's incredible what they're doing. But saying all that, there's his proof right there. The guy smashed an absolute giant in Illinois, and when he had his deer officially scored, it came out to, what was it, Dan?
It was 201 and some change.
Well, when he had it officially
Oh
scored, though,
yeah. So
that was a
he
scream.
ended up tying at 196 and
Yeah.
6.8.
196
Yeah,
and
which
6.8.
is absolutely crazy for the two
So,
overall
we got
top bucks to score the same, and then have the
exact
top
same.
public land at 1/8 difference.
1/8 inch less. So, that just shows, guys, why official scores are so important. We have got to, we have, like, there's no way we can not do it that way. And it just, it is an extra step for some of our winners, but you got to kill a big deer, might as well get him scored, right? So that's that. I'm gonna close this window out. And then, so let's go through. I tell you what, you've got the list in front of you, right?
Yipper.
Okay. If you don't mind, I'm going to. We've already showed Laura Woods deer. I'm gonna go pull a pick real quick. So if you don't mind going through. If you don't mind announcing the top 10 public land deer, just the names, if you don't mind announcing them,
Sure.
I'm going to grab a photo real quick and show everybody.
So top 10 public land bucks. Yeah, they're going to win stealth strips from Stealth Outdoors. Them top 10 were obviously Josh Trollinger, Dane Driscoll, Jeff Rainey, Brock Gilbert, Cody Wright, Zane Burgess. I think it's Talon Hala, Jeff Rainey again. He actually had 2 bucks that were in the top 10 for public land deer.
Wow.
And Tim Smoke rounds out our top 10.
Dang,
yeah,
Jeff.
Pretty crazy.
It's crazy. It is crazy, man, because before before we start looking at this data and stuff, you don't realize that. I didn't realize Jeff killed 2 of the top 10 public deer.
Oh, he killed some dandies for sure.
We should have had Jeff on.
Yeah, how about it? He needs to give me some tips, or maybe let me hunt his land.
Yeah, well, it's public land, so
That's fine. Invite me out. I'm ready to go.
Let me come hunt with you. All right, let me.
Come on, help the scoreboard guy out here.
Hey, just a little lolly old scoreboard guy. You act like you ain't killed anything.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got
sitting over here with these mini bucks in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So I've got Aaliyah was our top youth hunter for the year. Top youth buck. Did you have a score on that one? I'm sure you're looking at the list. I got it right here. 148 inches. Yeah. Another stud. She's all time. I mean, she's one of the ones that kind of I can depend on shooting something pretty big. I think she started using a compound, which is like 14. I think maybe a little bit newer than or younger than that, but I know at least 14 she was using one. She does a lot of shooting. She likes to shoot. You can see she practices in her yard all the time, shooting long distance, and it's one of those things. You practice at a long distance all the time, you're going to be successful. So not only did she kill the top youth buck, but her team won the women's overall, and they ended up winning Hoyt Archery Eclipse Bows from Route 66 Sporting Goods. So if you guys don't know who Route 66 is, they are our official Pennsylvania pro shop, if that's a thing. But they've been huge support.
Oh, it sure is. If you're ever in there, you'd understand. I mean, they're awesome.
Yeah. So Lori Gadley runs that shop out there. She's the lead bow tech, probably the lead gunsmith, probably the head manager, HR, all of it. She does a great job and been a huge help for us. Also, I'm gonna pull up. So if you want to, let's see. I tell you what. So let's see what else we got here that you can talk about.
About the top trad team, huh?
Yep. So I'm gonna pull a photo real quick. I'm gonna get it posted. Appreciate everybody being patient with us. We're just kind of bouncing around, you know. You know how we do. Let me get the
That's
pull.
what we do.
That's what we do. We like to bounce around. Just raw stuff here, you know. All right. So I'm gonna get shut up. And I think I can just click on do it here.
I was just laughing at some of the comments. I said to have Jeff invite me
don't-
out there.
not
Somebody
even
said
look-
to go follow him.
I'm not even looking at the comments, dude. So I don't even want to open nobody's stuff, anything. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in on this deal. Okay, so there is Dwayne Spann, the top trad team, which I'm sure most everybody knows what trad is, but it's traditional archery. It's archery. It's longbows, recurves, self-made bows. Their team won. It's Team Rack Dragas. Team, they won Bear Archery recurves from Route 66 Sporting Goods. So, and you guys are hearing some of these sponsor names over and over, and that's who we're funded by. I mean, they're pushing products our way. We're trying to give them a little bit of shout out, but they definitely helped out with this prize. The top bucks for them, see, Dwayne's buck right there was Tennessee buck. He actually won Tennessee also. 175 for Dwayne. Ammon McKinney was another one of their team members. He killed a 122 1/8. And Corey Bailey, another showdown. All three of these guys came to the showdown. Corey Bailey, Louisiana boy, killed a 121 4/8. So they're smashing good deer with their traditional equipment. Had an excellent season. Next, Dan.
If I remember looking at the scoreboard right, I think they were the only team that all three of them killed with a trad.
Yeah.
I think we had a couple, or at least one other team that killed two.
Yep. So we're off of that. So let's see. So now let's roll through. Tell you what, I'm going to read off about 10 of them. If you just follow along with me, I will. And if I get choked up or anything, let me know. I'm trying to read and give the score at the same time. So
I'll do my best.
yeah, don't just kind of follow along with me. Make sure I keep it accurate. So just going to run in alphabetical order, and these are our state winners. Some have taxidermy sponsors, so I'm going to try to read those off at the same time. But bear with me, guys. I'm going to do my best. So Alabama, Heath Davenport killed a 129-inch buck, and all of our state prizes win Zinger fletches and Taggart decals. Zinger fletches are 3D printed fletching. They're super durable. Lots of benefits to your standard fletching. Just check them out. We talk about them all the time. Taggart decals. So what Taggart decals do, you send them photos of your buck, they will make a decal for your car, cooler, whatever, but it makes a decal of your buck as it is a shoulder mount. Super neat. They're cool. So just neat to have. You can throw them on your truck or cooler, throw it on a beer fridge. Heath Davenport also won a free mount from Trophy Taker Taxidermy. So we appreciate the donation, Trophy Taker Taxidermy in Alabama. Next up is Arizona. Hayden Robb killed a Now I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna close the screen. It's kind of get on my nerves. Y'all bear with me. All right. So Hayden Robb
There you go.
killed a 131 and 4/8 buck out of Arizona. More than likely, that was a mule deer. So it had the. I'm guessing that's. I don't even know if whitetails are in Arizona. I know they have coos. So that's probably a -20 on that buck. So it's probably 151 muley. Let's keep going. Arkansas, Stephen McCulley, 156 3/8 inch buck. Zinger Fletch's Tackett decal. Branded taxidermy. So branded taxidermy is relatively new in the business. If I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a younger guy. Got started. I've seen him post a lot of stuff. Pretty active on social media and stuff. Does pretty good work. I mean, what I can see. I mean, you can only see so much, but what I've seen looks pretty good. So, if you guys are in Arkansas, check out Branded Taxidermy. Canada, Austin Ronick. He was also a Showdown member, guy that came down, drove all the way down from Saskatchewan, came down drove, but it took him 2 days. I think he said it was 22-hour drive, something like that. 201 and 5/8 on our 210, I'm sorry, 211 and 5/8 on a giant muley in Saskatchewan. We do not have a taxidermist sponsor for Canada, which would be a long drive probably for whoever won.
Man, that would be tough to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Colorado, Rachel Bushak. I don't know if I'm messing up. Rachel is.
Wait till you get to the next couple.
Huh?
Wait till you do the next couple.
I'm just going to blow through those names. Congrats, Rachel. Rachel's been in the contest a couple years. She's, I believe she's in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure. I think she's out. I know she's like Eastern U.S. Met her at the WCB shoot. She killed a 161 and 4/8 inch muley out in Colorado. It's freaking cool. Won herself a free mount from Nature's Art Wildlife Studio. Now it's a non-resident hunt for her, but hopefully she can take advantage of that donation. Connecticut. All right, I'm gonna get through this. Tom Suave Platis.
That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Congrats, Tom. 137 inch and 4/8 deer, whitetail from Connecticut. Won yourself a free mount from Northeast Taxidermy Studios. Congrats, Tom. Delaware, Dave Frattarelli,
Frattarelli, I believe it is.
Frattarelli. Okay. Delaware killed the biggest buck in Delaware. Hey, 153 and 6/8. Delaware is a tiny
for the
state.
eastern side, man.
That buck, what'd you say? Got to be on the eastern side?
Yeah, for being on the eastern side of the U.S., man. I know from experience being over here.
That's a slammer. And, that thing probably traveled from one side of the state to the other.
Yeah, maybe one leap.
Yeah, just on the rut, he killed him. But, yeah, that's congratulations, David. Let's see what else we got. Florida, Ryan Benton, 123 1/8. Zinger Fletch's Tackett decal, Master Taxidermy Studio, OC, Florida. So here's Matt Powell joining us. Hey, Matt.
What's up, man?
So you want a bow?
I was going to go sit outside on the porch, but it's raining so hard that storming it blowed down rain all over me.
Okay.
Trying to figure out how to get this full rain going. There we go.
So we're working our way through the top for the state, but you won yourself a free bow.
How'd that happen?
Through Oklahoma, your Oklahoma entry.
Sheer luck, man. Your Oklahoma public.
No
buck.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
107 inch bow.
107-inch
Don't
bow
have to
kill.
be big,
Yeah.
man. Just have to enter it.
107 inch public land spot and stalk. So it's
Hey,
pretty awesome.
tell us the story on that a little bit.
Man, it's pretty awesome. Like seeing a bunch of deer that morning. Seen one really good one, and this buck was cruising a ridge like way away from me, and I kind of got off in the drain and caught him, and he come in the drain with me, and I guess it's like a ditch basically, 10, 12 foot deep, and I could see like the top of his head, and he was looking at me and I was looking at him, and like I took another step just hoping he would stand still, and I took one step higher, and like I could just barely see vitals through the grass, but I knew the air would lob over,
Mm-hmm.
and I shot and just smoked him. Then DA come and helped me pack him out. Cut
That's
him up,
cool.
pack him out. Yeah, but it's cool.
That is cool.
Second. That's the second Oklahoma public deer I've ever killed.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Well, Ryan Strickland made that possible. He talked to and worked with some Hoyt reps, and got you a Hoyt flagship aluminum bow. So
Heck yeah.
We'll get him connected. So we're on Georgia. Ronnie Yoder killed that buck. Pretty good deer from Georgia. 161 2/8.
Good grief.
Zinger Fletches
Hey.
decals.
That's not good. That's good for everywhere.
That's good for everywhere. I'd shoot that deer anywhere.
Yeah.
Hadley's Taxidermy and Deer Processing has donated a mount for that one too. So that's cool. You want him a free shoulder mount as well as Zinger Fletches and Tag decal. Got Idaho, Corey Carter, 127 and 7/8. So it's more than likely a muley for 147 and 7/8. So we do a -20 on the muley scores. Idaho, no taxidermists, so let's go on down. Illinois, Bobby Kendall. So our overall winner for the top buck, and later we'll talk about his team. Bobby Kendall, 196 6/8 out of Illinois. Won him a shoulder mount from Central Illinois Wildlife Studio. So that's awesome. Indiana, Zach Miller, 159 5/8 Zinger Fletches, Tackett Digal. 2 Mile Taxidermy, free shoulder mount from Indiana. Iowa, Talon Hala killed a 181 and 3/8 out of Iowa. Old Barn Taxidermy, awesome work that they do.
I've seen a bunch of their stuff.
The big sponsor and supporter of the Working Class Bow Hunter.
They're really good.
They're huge. They do a lot of work for. I know they do a lot of they have a big tannery, and a lot of taxidermists send their work to them. Somebody has to tan the hides of the taxidermists.
That's right. They're like a place you go in. It's like art. I mean, it's.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever kill a huge one, I'm gonna have somebody like that do it. No offense to anybody else, but like a 200, like I want like a full body, like something crazy.
Oh, yeah, I got you. We've already killed a 185, so we'll see. It's gonna be pretty big. Dan Nath, you want to jump in here and take over any of these? We're on Kansas.
My favorite state.
I can try. The youngest is getting a little antsy here, but we'll try to buzz through a couple.
Okay.
So we got Kansas. Josh Trollinger. We've already talked about his 196 and 5/8. Herder Taxidermy. Kentucky. And Kentucky is one that just shocked me this year. I mean, Jake Thornberry killed a 189 and 4/8. Also going to win a shoulder mount from Martin's Taxidermy, but I looked at their top 4 bucks, and I think all 4 of the top 4 were 180 or bigger, which is, I don't know. It's just one of them states. It's a great state to hunt, but that's some big deer for Kentucky.
Every year.
Louisiana. Yeah. Shocker state. So Louisiana, John Michael Benoit, 132 and 7/8. and mount from River Bottom Taxidermy. Maryland, Justin Lobner, 141 7/8, and no taxidermy prize in Maryland. Massachusetts, I have no idea who Slack is, but I have to check back and see who that relates to when it comes into the entry with a 99 5/8. Michigan, Kyle Cook with a 146 5/8, and they have free mount from Wildlife Legends Taxidermy. Minnesota, Isaiah Riddell, a 146 2/8, and a mount from Tall Tine Taxidermy. Mississippi, Brandon Yarbrough, 144, and a mount from Dan Heasley Taxidermy. There's Jeff Rainey showing up again in Missouri with a 186 1/8.
Golly.
And a mount from Nature's Expression Taxidermy. He's all over.
Matt, I don't know if you heard.
Montana, Bryce Johnson.
I want to make sure we reiterate this. Jeff Rainey had 2 of the top 10 public land bucks entered this year. Really, really good season he had.
Killing it. Yeah, I mean that's a good 10 years.
Yeah, that's right. Keep rolling, Dan, if you can. Sorry, interrupt you.
All righty, Montana. Yep, that's all right. Montana, Bryce Johnson with 102 8s and a mount from 406 Taxidermy with a 196 6/8 Velvet Buck. And I don't know if it's Dingy's or Dinge's Taxidermy Studio. New Jersey. Top buck in that one was Chase Miller with a 129 4/8. It's another one of them ones where the state was real close, and he actually benefited from getting his buck officially scored. I said his score went up about 4 inches, so just some extra character to that deer that didn't really get counted on the first go around. Won himself a mount from Newsom Taxidermy. Yeah. I mean, it's.
2 years ago,
my deer officially scored last year. There's just some things that you do miss.
Yeah, it's not always to take a score away for the, like sometimes it actually adds to them. Like that deer 2 years ago, the top 10 is 180. I measured him at 181, I think, and he was officially measured like 186.
I mean, it's like Laura Wood. She had hers was like right at 190, 189, 191, something like that. Hers came back. She's tied for top buck for the year at 196 5/8 or 6/8. Yeah, 196.
Dang.
Yep.
Is that? What buck is that?
That big velvet out of Nebraska.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Velvet buck.
Yep. Keep rolling, Dan.
All right, Benny, go ahead. New Mexico and on. All you. Oh, come on now. All right, I can knock him out. New Mexico, Craig Nolan, 137 3/8.
I know that guy.
Mount from Major Wildlife Studio. New York, Kyle Mason with a 158 7/8. Real cool looking buck. Mount from Lynn's Taxidermy. North Carolina, Michael Heron with a 159. He's also going to win a Buckshot Manufacturing Equalizer climbing tree stand. I know Matt Dixon personally from Buckshot Manufacturing. Used their climbers for years. Very popular, very safe stand. Hope you put it to use. Also won a mount from White Station Taxidermy and Wild Game Meat Processing. North Dakota, Kyle Olson with a 161 7/8. North Antler Hunt Company mount. And Ohio, Ryan Andexer, with a 190 1/8. He's going to get a mount from Ash Point Taxidermy. Oklahoma, Brett Stone, 173 2/8, and a mount from BA Wildlife Studio. Oregon, Dylan Bartling with a 131 and 5/8. No taxidermy sponsor in that state. And my pride and true, Pennsylvania, Taylor Fleischer killed a 161 and an 1/8. I had no chance of beating that this year. He won a Ned Smith wildlife print from Will Leonard. Big thanks for that. They did meet up at the sports show. He gave him that already. And
That's cool.
also won
I've seen that.
a mount from Wildlife Country. What's that?
I remember seeing that. He posted about it after he got it. And
Real nice print.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love those ones the guys are doing of
For sure.
your deer. Like, I think that would be really cool.
Yep. And also won a mount from Whitetail Country Taxidermy, which is my personal taxidermist near my hometown. Just another one, Matt, like you touched on. He's just an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he does anything and everything. He actually just retired to go full-time taxidermy. So
Cool.
Big shout out to him for jumping in and taking Pennsylvania.
Good deal.
Ready to rip, Benny? You want to take the rest?
I'm opening up your spreadsheet again. Yeah. Let's see. What state are you on?
The next one's Rhode Island, which is a really cool one because the Northeast Whitetail magazine just had this guy in their magazine for a picture of his buck this year.
That's
That's
cool.
really cool.
It's huge. I need to pull a pic of it up, but we had it up there the other day. I'm having trouble getting the open item. Let's see what we got here. Okay, you're at Rhode Island.
Yep.
All right. So Luke Robitaille won Rhode Island with a 155 and 4/8 inch buck. Zinger Fletcher's tag at decals. No taxidermy sponsor. Probably ain't a taxidermist in Rhode Island. It's only got so probably only got 50 hunters in it. Smallest state of the U.S. by square footage.
He
South
said
Carolina.
He's got a bunch of friends that want to enter for next year, so he's promoting
Awesome.
Rhode Island for us.
That's great. Hey, wouldn't it be sweet if they're our number one state? South Carolina.
You never know.
Chuck, it's 2 years in a row. Chuck Mulkey has won South Carolina. This year he killed a 123 and 3/8 buck for South Carolina, and he wins a mount from himself at Chuck's taxidermy.
Poor guy.
Guaranteed he will not. He got his other one mounted, but the thing is, he had it. He killed a giant. I think it was an 8 last year. Huge frame 8. It's like almost 150.
Dang.
And may have been bigger than 150, but it was big. And he ended up full body mounting that thing. So that was
wow.
pretty cool. South Dakota, Dylan Marsh, 184 and 4/8 for South Dakota. Big deer from South Dakota. Valley View Taxidermy. Tennessee, we talked about Dwayne earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Dwayne the Train Span.
Traditional kill.
Traditional kill.
It's insane.
He won a Tacticam 6.0 and swag from Pure Allegiance Outdoors. Appreciate you guys for donating. And Nature's Own Taxidermy is the taxidermy sponsor for that state. Texas, Robert Haley. So his team, the last 2 years, needs one more year, has won this contest. He ends up winning the state for Texas, state buck, 164 and 3/8. Zinger Fletcher's tag at decal, Tree Shaker Taxidermy. Tree Shaker's been our taxidermy sponsor for like 4 years. So that's pretty cool. They've done it for several years for us, helped us out.
Good deal.
Utah, Brad Clemens. So an adjusted score. So this deer was 139 4/8 because he killed a muley out of Utah. And Royal Peak Taxidermy is the taxidermy sponsor for that state. Virginia, Stephen Blackard. Steve's always in the running for something. I see his name all over the place all the time. 143 and 2/8 inches. Washington, Dustin Beck, 147 3/8" buck. I think I remember seeing this one. I think this may have been a blacktail, if I remember
Wow.
correctly. Yep, he's a big deer.
That's huge if it's a blacktail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a blacktail. I remember the head on it. It looked like a blacktail. Just going off memory. Wild Things Taxidermy, they've sponsored us a couple of years. Nice to see them still around. Appreciate it, Wild Things. West Virginia, J. Lawrence, 153 4/8 for West Virginia. Mountain Critters Taxidermy Studio, they were a sponsor of us last year too, so that's awesome. Appreciate their donation. Wisconsin, Aaron Wallace, 177 1/8. North Branch Beaver Creek Taxidermy. North Branch
Long
Beaver
name.
Creek Taxidermy, LLC. Wyoming, Cody Wright. Cody killed an absolute mega of a muley in my standards, whatever. It was 201 4/8. Killed it on public land, which I think pretty much the entire
Very
state
nice.
of Wyoming, pretty much the entire state of Wyoming's public land. I think a lot of it is. All right, so appreciate our state sponsors. There, we just ran through all those. Now we've held on to 50 people watching this thing the entire time. We got up to 60, but I mean it's pretty much been maintained.
I'm actually going to jump off. My 2-year-old's got to get ready she's got to go to bed for school tomorrow.
Appreciate it, Dan. Thanks for all your help this season.
Thanks, Dan.
Yep, I just wanted to give a shout out to our sponsors and everybody involved because we couldn't do it without you guys. Without the sponsors and without everybody who's involved, this would not happen and it wouldn't continue to grow year over year. So let's keep this train rolling. Everybody have a good night.
Appreciate it, Dan.
Yep.
So speaking of sponsors, I'm gonna have this on our main screen. Native Ground Land Company, Ryan Strickland donated several bows to us. He actually sponsored the top team. Let's see what we got here. So our winning team for the 2022 deer contest is the Whitetail Group. Those guys won it with a combined score of official scores of 484 1/8 inches. Awesome showing for them. Flagship PSC bows donated by Ryan Strickland, Native Ground Land Company. Thanks again, Ryan, for that donation. Appreciate your supporting us. Congratulations, Whitetail Group. Next up, Midwest Bowmen. So Midwest Bowmen, before we got our official scores entered, they were in 4th place. And then once everything settled out, their score ended up going up. A few others went down. They ended 480 and 3/4 inches actually. And they won Latitude Outdoors saddle and their brand new carbon sticks. And you saw them just pop up there. And that's Latitude Outdoors sponsored 2nd place. Thank you, Latitude Outdoors. Appreciate it. They've sponsored us a couple years. It's awesome. Third properties. 475 inches total score for the 3-man team. Those guys went HHA Sports Tetra Sights. Chris Ham and Jank Mansell with HHA have supported us for I think 3 years now. They've been sponsors for 3 years, and we appreciate them doing that. Awesome products at HHA.
I love them.
Yeah,
they're really nice.
Super solid, just durable, precise, just really good equipment.
I love how much they promote the veterans, take care of the veterans and stuff.
Yep. Chris has got a nonprofit, HHA USA. They do lots of really neat things. Just taking care of veterans and doing lots of promotion and fundraising for them. They have a full 3D shoot tournament series, circuit, whatever you want to call it, throughout Wisconsin throughout summer. So if you guys are up in Wisconsin, it'd be awesome to go up here and check it out. With our 4th place, and let me see if I can kind of. kind of zoomed in, but this is Out on a Limb Manufacturing. End up winning Hush stands, so their mobile gear, hunt stand, their mobile lock on. I guess I'd say I think it's like 8-pound lock on, super
Golly.
mobile. Yeah, it's super light. It's got integrated where you can integrate the Shikara sticks in it too. It's a really nice stand. That is Whack and Hose won that with 465 inches official. Yeah.
I was
So funny
waiting for some regular old name team. Like, there's all these official, like
Yeah.
Salt Plains, there's all these official names. It's like, gotta be somebody coming.
Yeah. There's a little promo code if you need to. So, all right. So here it gets interesting. So let's see where we're at. So 4. So our 5th and 6th place prizes. And when I'm saying I'm grouping them together, our 5th and 6th place team actually tied.
Whoa.
459 inches, 459 7/8. Team Damian, Clay, and Zach, and Team BDZ. Okay, so the 2 prizes for so 5th place was 3 45 quart Badlands coolers donated by Big Frig. Big Frig's been donating, been a sponsor of ours for a couple of years. 2nd place or 6th place, Backwoods Mobile Gear Hitchhiker Pack. So a custom made pack for hunting pack. Really nice quality. So we're gonna have.
I don't know which one I'd want more anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
like you'd have we'll get it worked out. We'll tell them, see if anybody has a preference necessarily, and then we may flip a coin for the other ones. But good gear there. So next up. So for our 7th and 8th place teams, they also tied 451 and 3/8 inches. So
how's that even possible?
I don't know. I mean, did you hear that our top buck for the year tied?
Yeah, I knew that.
So and like our top female buck tied. So that's why official scores are. I just think it makes them more critical. I mean, if you've got deer that are that close,
there's nothing to argue about.
Nothing to argue about. Get it done. We'll figure out the how all that works. And I don't know if I did, but I'll do a highlight on our top buck again because we were so hung up on the deer. I don't know if we announced the prize. So our 7th and 8th place teams. So the 7th are tied for 7th and 8th. Are these 2 teams, Sorting Through Tines and Our Story with Aaliyah, Ashley, and Chestnut. So they were not only our top female team, but they also finished tied for 8th place, and which is neat. So 451 inches. The 2 prizes for those slots: Morel targets and Big Time. So Big Time food plot seed and Morel targets. So we'll talk to both. We'll work it out, figure out how we're going to get the prizes delegated. That's pretty neat.
Is this our first women's team who's been in the top 10?
Yes.
That's awesome.
100%. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And well, another first too, Laura Wood, had the top buck for the overall. So
yeah.
Women's. And you think about I think we had 24 entries for women.
Yeah, I mean just per capita.
So it shows us that we have some really good hunters. The ones that are here are really good. So that's awesome. So we have 9th place. We have SEO boys, and they won trail cameras from Reveal by Tacticam. So that's pretty cool.
Heck yeah, I love it.
They won trail cameras. That's the ones me and Matt both use.
Yeah.
And 10th place, wrapping things
up. I could have a pretty decent car with what I pay them a month.
Yeah, no doubt. Our 10th place team this year finishing in the top 10. And this also goes for team Damian, Clay, and Zach. Team Illinois WCB. So this is Working Class Bow Hunter. They finished top 10 again. Their score was 447 and 3/4. They won Twisted X bowstrings. So
There you
they
go.
won sets of bowstrings. I did not. So I'm going to pull it up real quick. Pull up Kaufman's Outdoors real quick.
I know that place.
Yep. So Kaufman's Outdoors donated the e-bike prize for it was a Kaufman's Mamba e-bike for the top buck overall. I've got to figure out how we're going to get that awarded because we have 2 bucks with the exact same score. So they're super flexible with us. It's not like we have to say, hey, we have a winner. But I'm going to get both Laura and Bobby Kendall on the phone and work out the details on that. Let's see what else we got. All right, so I'm going to tell me a story, Matt. Tell me about without giving us too many details.
Uh-oh.
Tell us about your top buck for the year, and tell us about how you were hunting him and what was the deal with that deer.
Well, actually, I was hunting a much larger buck. Not much larger, I lie. He was a non-typical deer. I'd hunted him solid from like October 20th, almost every day up until November 8th when I found out he got killed. The buck I ended up killing, I had a bunch of pictures of him a mile away as the crow flies on another farm, and I'd been getting a few night pictures of him here. So I got a daylight picture of him on November 8th, and I knew my really big deer had died that same day. So the morning of November 9th, I went into basically a pinch on a bluff side. Connects a lot of cropland both directions, kind of scattered woods, and right after dark, you come down the ridge. Right after daylight, I'm sorry. I mean, like right after daylight, come down the ridge, headed down the creek, just headed to another piece of woods, like they do, trying to find the next doe, which was a fatal mistake for him. But
How far was he when you shot him?
43, kind of uphill from me, so I was kind of worried about the shot a little bit. It was kind of high, and then it was uphill at that. It wasn't like I had the low exit.
Yeah.
But it turned out good. I think I got liver piece of lung, but I think he died really fast. I cut that artery in the back, so he was just barely 160. Mainframe 12 with a point right out of the middle of his skull. He was actually a true unicorn when we caped him out. Had a 4-inch unicorn.
Yeah, I saw that. That was freaking
Yeah, it's cool. I've never seen one in person.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen people post pic. Isn't that wild too? So you were hunting a very unique, non-typical deer, and then you go and shoot another one that's got something else going on.
Yeah, super unique. Not necessarily, he wasn't non-typical because of that, but very unique because of that. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. A whole triple beam,
Yep, that's right.
Whole extra beam. All right, so let me.
So Matt Hinton.
Yep, on Matt Hinton. So
Kansas public land buck.
Yep, that is his Kansas public land deer. Matt Hinton ended up winning the King of Tines this year. So King of Tines winner and Matt Hinton. Matt Hinton's been in this for several years. I know I think this was his 3rd season. Yeah, because the first year
he's been at least 3.
Last year he had a tough season, but he made up for it this year. 652 inches, 652 5/8 inches overall. He wins a HHA Tetra Sight, Zinger Fletches, Backwoods Mobile Gear Hitchhiker Pack, and Out on a Limb Hush Stand. So he cleaned up.
I gotta do better next year.
Yep. I know, and I'm kind of going through these, and I think I heard Dan Nath talk about Oklahoma. Brett Stone, did he give a shout out to Native Ground Land Company for the Hoyt bow.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it, but I mean, you did.
yeah,
Are they all? He killed that in Oklahoma, right?
yes,
Yes, I remember that deer. He's a big deer, real
yes, he
dark
is.
rack, I believe.
Yes, I think I think that one is actually the see that's kind of switched up. So one of them is Okie Land and one of them's Hoyt, or one of them's Native Ground. So we'll figure it
I
out.
got you.
Lots of prizes there though. Let's see. Let's keep going. All right. So King of Queens, lots of winners there.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love my Freezer Queen shirt.
Yeah. Got the Freezer Queen. Let's see. Chad, Madman Hepner won North Region, won himself Oakley Land, Oak Bow from Oakley Land Pro Shop. The he won that with, let me see if they have a number here. I don't have a number. I think it was 7 does. Alex Sorensen, Blackgate.
I ain't hearing Ben.